America, why you say it like that? In America today. Yo, we're back at it again. Jay and I here with another reaction video. Shout out to Cora Gray for this one. It's called Do All Multiracial People Think the Same? All right, so my grandfather's white. So am I considered multiracial? He's from Canada. Or does it have to be like 50-50?
Yeah, multiracial have people that have just a bunch of different races in them, yeah.
And you were pretty much considered multiracial too, because you're 50-50, right? Black and white. 50-50. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Let's see if we're gonna have, if we're gonna think the same. So far, I know we don't think the same, because if you guys seen the last video, Afghanistan, shaking my head.
I do use the N-word, but I only say it when I'm around fellow black people, so my friends or my family who are black. But at the same time, I'm like, I
say space?
Black, so when it comes out of my mouth, they're like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. I am mixed with African and Asian. I am more Asian than black.
My dad was from El Salvador, and my mom is half Japanese, half Jewish.
My ethnicity is Filipino and black. I do feel more inclined to my black side more than my Filipino side.
My mother is white and my dad is Iranian. All throughout high school, I just pretended I was white because I looked very white.
I am half Chinese, half Russian Jewish. I never really connected to either side, just somewhere in the middle.
She cute.
My mom is Jamaican and my dad is Australian.
Hey.
Race is a race, so I don't feel like I want to have to pick.
People think I'm hot because I'm mixed race. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hold on. Okay, there's some people out there who thinks I'm hot. There's some people out there who think I'm sexy, but because I'm because I'm mixed, that's not the reason why they think I'm hot. Because you're mixed? Oh, you're mixed. You're hot. Automatic default?
No, you're not automatically hot, man. These people in this video are not even hot.
What does that even mean? Because I've never looked at somebody and say, oh, you're mixed, you have to be hot.
Listen, man, I don't know. This is confusion already because they said somewhat agree, but none of them are hot to me.
Oh, I gotta understand. Let's go.
As a mixed black person, a lot of people are like, oh my God, like you're like light skinned, you look so nice. Like you don't look
That's not hot.
And I'm like,
Oh, exactly.
what is that supposed to mean?
Exactly.
That's my aunt. Like,
exactly.
On first dates, most of the time people be like, oh, no wonder you're so attractive, or like, no wonder you're so gorgeous. And I'm just like, ugh. I don't love that reaction.
I've always found like it's like just an awkward thing to bring up in conversation because there's like all the memes where like people are like, oh, did you know like I'm mixed or whatever, and it's like bringing it up in like the natural flow of conversation is always kind of weird.
I need to see these memes.
Have you not seen like the Logic memes where he's like, oh, I'm biracial, and it's like, you haven't seen
No!
He's just always bringing up how he's like half black, and that's like what the meme is.
I'm allowed to say racial slurs as long as I'm part of that identity. 3, 2, 1, go.
Me personally,
It's because they look more black. That's why.
Yo, my nigga side of me is like...
The nigga side of me is back. Yo, what's up, cuz? What's good? Yeah, if you from New York, you know what that means. Yeah.
Yes, I'll never forget that guy, man. That guy got me fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
That dude, yo, I never heard somebody say my nigga side of me, so now he got me saying that shit.
For real, yo, if you guys want to know what we're talking about, it's in the video called Do Women Like Toxic Relationships? So check that video out, guys.
Yeah.
not say the N-word. I just don't. It just doesn't flow out right. But like for my Asian side, obviously I can call my like fellow girlies chinks and stuff. But like obviously if someone else said that, You get the fist.
I agree.
Get the fist.
I do use the N-word, but I only say it when I'm around fellow black people, so my friends or my family who are black. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't look black, so when it comes out of my mouth, they're like, whoa.
I try
You
my
look
best to
black. I don't
only
know
use
what
the
you're
N-word
talking
with,
about.
like my black friends, just because it creates this like weird air when I'm with like white people. It's a slippery slope that I don't like to go down.
Probably makes them really uncomfortable.
And not it actually, like, more than you think, it's not even uncomfortable. A lot of them think it's really cool, and then some people will feel entitled to do that, and then you just don't want to have that conversation.
That was me with my Asian friends.
What are you talking
A lot
about?
of Asian people like to go into black culture sometimes.
Yes.
I did get into a little bit of an altercation in high school for calling white people colonists. That was the thing.
Colonists?
And people were like, that's a racial slur. I don't think it is.
That
and
is not a racial slur.
Personally, I don't feel comfortable using any slurs. If I haven't heard those slurs towards me, then maybe I am not in a position to reclaim them.
How you pass is more important than your actual race. 3.
Hold on, let me read this. Passing. When a person classified as a member of one racial group is accepted as a member of a group other than their own. Okay, but yeah, I guess so, right? Because if you don't pass as black, you can't. If somebody doesn't look black to you, but they're black, would you gonna allow them to say the N-word?
If they look black to me, but they're not black.
No, if they don't look black, but they are black.
Yeah, that's a slippery slope, man.
So that's what passing is. Would you allow somebody like that to say that?
I don't know, man. I don't like.
Would you feel uncomfortable?
If your skin is not black to me and you say it, you kind of give me the wrong. You rub me the wrong way.
Okay.
So that's it.
2, 1, go.
In America today, walking down.
In America? Why you say it like that? In America today? Like, what is going on here? What is happening here, bro?
But that's why the Mexican people be complaining about us Americans, Joe. When they come into our country, they be like, we talk to them so slow. We be talking about zip lining and shit.
What? Zip lining? What the heck? Ooh, what the heck? It's like, I don't understand. Like, where is that coming from? Like,
It matters what you look like. People are gonna judge you based on the race that they perceive you to be. When I walk down the street, people aren't gonna look at me the same way as they look at someone who's perceived as black. And so I just wanna really acknowledge the reality of that.
I wouldn't disagree with you at all, but at the same time, I think the most important thing is just how you grew up. Someone that has a black parent that doesn't appear black, they were still raised by a black person. They still everything that their parents' experience is passed down to them, whether it's through story or just through actions.
I'm actually gonna move over to this line, which is, I guess, more of a middle line, just because I can't do that. Then I'm here. Never mind. So I'm on somewhat agree because I'm an actor, and when I go into casting calls, it only matters what I look like, and it only matters what race they think I am, which is a lot of times white, but sometimes I'll get called in for things that are not my ethnicity, and that's because of my career. That's what's important with that.
I've tried to
facts, that's true.
Yeah,
Because mostly in acting, they typecast you.
acting, though.
Like, if you look black, they're gonna put you in like roles that are black, but it depends on what you have on your resume already, that you already accomplished in your career, where it gives you that open opportunity to go into other roles other than that being black.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
some of my racial identity. 3, 2, 1, go.
Even throughout high school, I just pretended I was white completely. And there was a time when my dad picked me up from school. It was a whole thing, and people were saying like, oh, your dad's a terrorist. I had never experienced any.
That's you right there. That's you. Your dad's a terrorist. That's you. If somebody said their dad is from Afghanistan. This guy said Iran. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Anything like that, or they'd ask me about it, they'd make bomb jokes, and it hurt to hear people saying stuff like that about my dad.
A similar thing happened to me, like when I was in elementary school. My dad came and dropped me off at school, and he's like a dark-skinned black man, and he's from the hood on top of that. So like he has a certain like aura to him, and a lot of people look at me like, "That's your dad?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my dad." And they're like, "He looks so scary." And I'm like, "Why does he look scary to you? Why should he look scary to you?" And like the only thing that's keeping me away from this strongly disagree is because when I was younger, I just did not accept the black part of myself, and now I do.
I just
What you
wanna say,
mean?
I'm really sorry.
I do. I agree with that.
What? You didn't accept the black part of you?
Like, yeah, growing up, I wouldn't say I didn't accept the black side of me. I accepted the black side of me, but I felt like I was trying to be too white.
Hmm.
So, like, I went to an all-white high school and shit. So, you know, there was no black people there. So, I wasn't saying the N-word. I was just behaving white, basically. Because, like, they said if you said anything irregular, like, if you said to a student, "I'm going to kill you," and they heard you say that, they would kick you out of the school.
Why the fuck would you say that to somebody?
It's like, you know, I'm going to kill you, not you're actually going to kill somebody. You're just saying it, like, you know, as a threat, like you're going to beat the shit out of them. I'm just giving you an example. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying I actually said that. I'm saying, like, if you said anything negative towards somebody, they would kick you out of the school. So, like, all I'm saying is I behaved more white than I was black. So, when I was in New York, I was getting arrested and shit all the time. And then when I moved to New Jersey...
So the black came out of you? Is that what you're trying to say? You came to New York and the black came out?
I came back to New York and the blackness came out of me again, man.
Oh
so,
my God.
New Jersey's a white state, if you didn't know. Like, the majority of the state is white. So, like, it's a different behavior. Like, that's what I know. I behave wherever I'm at. If I'm in an all-black neighborhood or some shit.
So you don't think at school, if you acted a little black, that would make you, like, cool?
No,
like being cool is black?
People just look at me like, you're so weird.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of school you went to?
Bro, you don't know. I went to the Moore Catholic High School, all white school, but we only had like 3 black kids or 4 black kids in the entire school.
Damn.
From 9th grade to 12th grade. Just think about that. Only 4 black kids every year.
There was no like different culture. Like there's everyone acting the same.
Pure white up in there, man.
There ain't no hipness. No hipness.
No hipness. Nothing. We have to wear uniform.
I mean, I went to St. Francis. I could be black.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, again, St. Francis is black. St. Francis is New York.
Okay.
So, like, it's different. New Jersey white and New York white is very different. I'm telling you right now.
I never had to pretend or try to act more white.
Yeah, like, it's very different.
But I think I've noticed, like, it depends on who I'm around. Like, if I'm around a Caribbean person and they have an accent, like, I start talking with more of a Caribbean accent. Like, or Spanish. That's, like, some Spanish shit come out of nowhere. Like, I don't understand.
You try to be Spanish when you're not Spanish.
Right.
You try to be black when you're not black. You try to be white when you're not white. That's just how it is.
I don't know. That's weird, right?
Sorry, like, to both of you that you felt like you've been put in positions to feel like that. That's just like such a terrible thing to tell someone. No, you can't be every part of who you are.
These past couple years, I've been trying to like reconnect with that part because I shoved it down for so long, and it's been really heartbreaking. The amount of Nowruzes I missed and the Ramadans I didn't celebrate because I felt so uncomfortable about that.
I think it's important you're taking the steps though. Personally, I've never tried to hide any part of me. That's always been like the biggest thing for me. Growing up, like I was always proud to be white and I was always proud to be black. That's just how I was raised. That's always how I was, and I just wanted to be me. So that's
good.
The reason I'm on this line is because Western beauty standards suck. They really, really got to me. I would be really picky about how I would do my hair and how I would part my hair. And then when I would post YouTube videos or Instagram posts, I would color correct everything to be really blue so that I didn't look yellow. And it was just like, I didn't want to post a photo of me outside because I thought my eyes looked too Asian. A lot of internalized things that made me hate myself and my appearance. And now I feel much more accepting of being mixed and being everything that I am, But I am here because I have felt like I wanted to hide a part of me, because it would have been easier for me.
I agree. Like when I was younger.
I remember that video. I don't know. I can't remember the video's title, but when I was telling you that Asian beauty standards, it's like the wider they are, the more attractive that they think they are, and like the less, I guess, Chinese looking or whatever. What the hell do you call that? Eyes looking, whatever, small. Like if it's more like white features, the more attractive you are. So I think that's what she was talking about with the. She said that she changed the camera to more blue, so she can hide the yellow skin tone of her.
All I'm gonna.
Which is sad. Huh? It's sad. Like you are you. Don't try.
Yeah, I don't think she's ashamed of it. It's just the way you grew up. You know? She's not ashamed of it. That's just the way she grew up, bro. Like that's all it is. You know, growing up, you kind of you're experimenting with things. So as you grow up, now once you're an adult, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell everybody, yo, I'm light skinned, motherfucker. Get out of my face. Get the fuck out of here.
What the hell is that? I'm light skinned. Get out of my face. What is that?
Like I don't care no more, man. I think I put my attitude out there now. Like I have this I don't give a fuck vibe about me now. Like before I used to care what other people thought. Now I just don't care, man.
Yeah.
So,
I've always been like I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and if you don't like it, you don't like me. You don't like me, then too bad, my guy.
I used to want to be lighter. I used to get made fun of. I would always get the question, are you adopted? You're not Asian. And it just made me feel so bad about myself that I just was so confused because I didn't fit in any single pocket of anybody.
That's a beautiful skin tone, my
God.
God.
I hang out with the Chinese kids because they're like, you don't look Chinese. I don't hang out with the black kids because I don't sound black. And they say I'm whitewashed. So my whole entire life, I've literally battled within like, what the hell am I?
I agree with that. For some reason in the black community, if you don't sound black, it's like you're not black. Even if you are black.
Black community?
Yes.
I didn't know that one.
I feel like that's happened a lot because I don't sound black. There's like, oh, you're not black. You're not. I've been told that I'm white as hell many times. That's because of how I sound.
Yeah, I never heard of that one before. Ain't nobody ever walked up to me and said, "You don't sound black, man." You know, they might say you're Dominican. That's it. That's the only thing anybody has ever said about me.
Like my black friends, like in the past, they used to tease me because I don't sound black. I'm like,
fuck them.
I mean, it's not like a bad tease. It's just like you know, like it's just joking, like poking fun and stuff like that. But I don't know. You never experienced that?
Like, who cares what you sound like, yo?
But I'm just saying that I can relate to her. I know what she's talking about when she said, the black people, you don't sound black, so you're like, blah, blah, blah. It sounds like they cast her away because she doesn't sound black. But I was never casted away. It was just something to just joke and laugh at. So.
People are weird, bro.
Yeah.
People are just judgmental.
My races to my advantage. 3, 2, 1, go.
Maybe. So I feel like I just have to say that when writing college essays, every single one of my essays was about being half Iranian and half white. Like when I was applying for scholarships, that's what I would talk about because it was something that I really felt passionate about, but also that something that I knew would catch people's interest. And I think I don't feel guilty about using that because I think it's a double-edged sword and there's lots of repercussions for being mixed race too.
Well, I kind of interpreted it differently. Like I haven't really abused my power like that. Like sure that is a way like that, but like I haven't done anything else besides that on like my college apps.
So I don't know if I can do this, but maybe I'm gonna like straddle these two. You can't do that. Okay, then I'll
You can't do that.
Daintily.
Guys always saying that. You can't do that.
Right?
Was Jewish, and I did go on Birthright, which is a free trip for people of Jewish descent. And even though I don't like identify a lot with the Jewish religion, I did get a free trip to Israel out of being part Jewish. So I guess that's like kind of something to my advantage. But I really loved my time there.
Hey,
got a
free
lot out of
trip.
it. Yeah.
Free trip.
Yeah, but you know.
Oh, she moving.
Uh-oh.
I've like gotten like jobs for being half Asian, for like I worked at mostly predominantly Asian businesses, and as soon as I say I speak fluent Cantonese, I got the job.
But that's like a skill.
I know.
Like
it
you
is
can
a
be
skill.
proud of it's a
No,
skill
I
that you
love
have.
it. No, trust me, but it does get me job opportunities better than other people who are like, you know, white or black, who get the same positions, but they would hire me because I'm half Asian and like I speak the language and stuff.
Okay, I moved because I was thinking more about the question. When I first heard the question, I was thinking like, do I have any kind of advantage? And then I was thinking about how like being part white does give me some privilege and like some advantages, but I don't think I've used that for like scholarships or any of that. And I try to really stay conscious when I'm in like an Asian space to not take up too much of the space because of my whiteness, you know? Like it's like
But
it's a
still
fine
your
line.
space. Like you're still
Yeah,
Asian.
I guess I've always been kind of cautious about that. But thinking more about the question, I was like, no, I should be on this side.
Hold on. The only advantages I've ever gotten from my race is if you got a BBC. That's the only advantage I ever get. You have a BBC?
What's the BBC?
My guy said, what is a BBC? A big black cock-a-doodle-doo. Now that is what a BBC is. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, now you know. What? That is a thing, BBC,
What the fuck is going on here, bro?
I don't know.
I've never heard that abbreviation.
Wow,
before.
really? Holy crap.
Again, yo, like I said, I'm not good with abbreviations.
No, but that's like the only advantage I've ever. Like, do you have a BBC? I'm like, yeah, baby.
I've never used that.
I'm like,
man.
yeah, baby, I do.
I've never used that. I've never used that before, so.
Well, I don't use it. I've been asked if I have a BBC. I don't use. How am I going to use that word?
You gotta get a fake black.
No. Start the video, please. I can see that somewhat agree.
I can somewhat agree with this.
Is this from the audience?
What is this?
You know, yeah, I'm on that side. I'm gonna take that back.
Why?
You can't solve anything by being with another race.
I don't think it solves anything. I think it opens up their mind like, oh, like it's more of like an acceptance thing.
Not really.
No?
Nah.
Because I feel like over the years, I've been seeing more interracial couples than before.
Yeah, but
I've seen it way more.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help. You know. Yeah, it doesn't help.
But it helps the new generation though. Like the new generation of kids right now, the teenagers right now, they're all like interracial, like they're all dating people outside of their culture.
Yeah, but racism is still a thing, even with interracial couples. Racism is still a thing. So it doesn't really help.
I think it helps. I think it's helping. in the long run, in time, I think it's helping.
How long has interracial couples been a thing?
Like a thing? I think in like the past, within like the past 10 years, it's been like a popular thing. I feel like it's been booming. But
interracial thing has been around for the past 70, 80 years.
Oh no, it's been but I feel like it's more prominent now. Like you see it all the time in commercials. You see it.
Yeah, but does it help?
It has to. I think it helps.
Yeah,
I think it's helping.
I don't think it does, man.
I think it's allowing people. It's like being gay was like a taboo back a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And now it's like, who cares? I feel like that's what's happening with interracial couples right now.
I'm sticking with I don't think it helps.
You don't think so, guys? What you guys think? We got to phone a friend? We got to phone a friend? Next time, another video, guys.
There are way too many articles about an interracial couple where it's later find out that the white part is saying a racial slur about their child. Just to boil it down to like love, it really can't be done.
First of all, that. Second of all, there's a lot of sorry to name names, but like a lot of white women who want to get with black men,
See?
trying to achieve their light-skinned baby.
Oh,
who's like
hold
just
on.
the
Yeah,
perfect
exactly.
amount of tan, with the perfect amount of curls.
Yeah, like raise your hand if you've heard someone be like, oh my gosh, I would have such gorgeous mixed babies.
I hear that from girls all the
Definitely
time.
heard that, and we're all gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but that's super problematic to say. One and two, I'm over here because like there is like no one solution to racism.
Let me
Right.
make it really clear that a white person having a kid with a black person does not mean that that person does not have racist tendencies or is not discriminatory at all. I love my dad to death, but sometimes he just says things where it's like, you shouldn't be saying that.
Plus, like, even in like a future, if like America becomes super mixed and like everybody's mixed, if not racism, we'll still have like colorism and different nuances within racism. It's not gonna go away just because people are more mixed. Like you can say like mixed people are the future or whatever, but it's not
Right.
racism.
Yeah, I don't think, just to clarify, I don't think it's going to solve racism, but I think it's more accepted. Like interracial couples are more accepted than they were ever before. You don't agree with that?
Question, man. Like that kid in the back said that his father be saying some weird shit, and he wish his father would say that. Like, keep in mind, he's mixed.
Mm-hmm.
His father might not be mixed. His father might be white, or his father might be black, and he's saying all these things. So just because it don't help, bro. Like interracial couples is interracial couples because you like that person. If you're seeking an advantage from being with an interracial person, you're not gonna get anything out of it.
Okay. I don't know. Obviously, it's evident that no, that is not the case.
I think it's like 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah. We don't think the same, but we think the same sometimes, you know. But no, if you're asking me to answer the question straight to the point, no, we do not think the same.
Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. Do all multiracial people think the same? No. That is crazy. Nobody. No, not one. No, it's just not. All right, guys. So I hope you guys like, share, comment our videos. See you next time.
Yeah, and make sure you use your BBC to your advantage.
For real.